Hi everyone, welcome to week 7. I hope you're having a great week. We're plugging right along, things are looking really good. Um, People are turning stuff in, the writing's great, a lot of it's really interesting. And I just wanted to check in about our task for this week and remind us of our task for next week. So this week we have Bo Camp's article, and this is a really interesting article. It was written a little bit of time ago, but it's a very intriguing article, and an article that really deals with dystopian novels and technology. Not the novels necessarily that we're reading in this class, because I've taken a more modern position and looked at more current movies, but they're very relevant to the world of dystopia. And you're going to read a lot in Bo Camp's article about old-style dystopians. So one thing maybe that we should just remind ourselves really quickly is dystopian novels come from the premise that the world has been turned upside down, usually by some kind of technological advancement or war, and that this breakdown of society has created a new society where there is a lot of governmental control and issues. Typically in these dystopian novels, a hero rises, and the hero then tries to break the power of the totalitarian or strong government control. And it leads to really interesting and fun reading, which I'm sure you're used to. There are a lot of dystopians out there in the world that have been famous and popular for a lot of years. Lord of the Flies is one that comes to my mind. George Orwell, lots of them out there. And so the ones that we're reading are a little more modern, but they do the same thing. And Bo Camp's article is going to talk about a lot of those dystopian novels and how they're on the forefront of technological changes and ideas within our society. It's one of the reasons why technology class is so interesting and science fiction is so interesting. The idea that a lot of the cutting edge ideas are somehow precursed or thought about prior to in fiction, that these authors have these ideas and then we find that sometimes they come to life. So again, this micro theme that is due this weekend, Sunday at midnight, you would want to talk about this article and maybe relate it to some of the newer pieces that we're watching or reading. That might be an interesting way to handle this one. So I think you'll like Bo Camp's reading. I think it's a really interesting article. So that's this week. You can do a blog posting, of course, if you want to, and then the micro theme is due on Sunday. And then next week, we kind of go back and we finish Divergent, which will be hopefully lovely. It's a great book. And then next week, the assignments are a little different. So there's not really a blog posting for next week unless you want to do one on the second half of Divergent. And there is not a micro theme due next weekend, because instead of the micro theme, you will be turning in your mini midterm paper. It's not really long, but it's enough to, I think, to get your teeth into the assignment. So the assignment, again, is to take some of the theoretical material. What I mean by that is the nonfiction stuff that we're reading and looking at in class, and attach it with some of the fiction work, either the movies or the books that we're reading, and try to create a literary analysis through the lens of the theory. So looking at what somebody says within the theory and connecting it to ideas or moments within the text. I want to remind you that you should be using in-text citations. There should be direct quotes that support your arguments from both the articles and the either movie, which you'd have to then write down the dialogue, probably pause your streaming video and write down the dialogue, or you would use direct quotes from the novel if you're using the novel. So that is the assignments for the next 2 weeks. I will be back next week giving you more information or just checking in with you and seeing how you're doing. A couple people have called and emailed me about questions about the midterm. I've gotten to meet with a few people. If you're concerned about the midterm, give me a call, shoot me an email, come by and see me. My office hours, again, are Monday and Wednesday from 3 to 4:30 and Friday from 3 to 4. Okay, I hope you're doing well. Keep plugging along, keep turning those papers in, and have a great day.